Shubor nagaslem jong udongsan Hima.
Myntri Rangbah ke Jylla ukanut ke sangmau la Plie perdaya ke roadmap nak bentaban Kyntiew ya ke roi ke Kiew Hapoh ke Jylla da ka bandru ban aibor ki kun samla ban penne ya ke tingka bat kumjuru ban Kyntiew ya ke riti ke dustur habakran halor ke jingdan kam ban beten nanti ya ke sap ki samla Myntri Rangbah ulang ke Jylla kan wan ra ya shibun gilat ki bakan thop haki kam ak plim karwai ke siau ka kam jungok kai bat ke jingseng kam da jong ka sarkar ka dan ke jingthmu ban Kyntiew ki kam ak plim kum kalat man ai kam ai jam ki samla Hapoh ke Jylla kum balong ki ki rensan ki bdang shudap wan ra ya ka blatip kum ka Meghalaya grassroots music ha ka ba ka ni rensan ki khana samla ki wan ra ki sam da ka barwai ha khmat ki paj ba habakran halor ka rap karyang Myntri Rangbah uloong ba ke Jylla ka pen mi adu sanpo hajar ton ushirmit lakadong naki khat ar hajar ngut ki nong rep ki ba pen mi da ka bor ba yo na sngi na ne ka solar energy.
I think which is the more important question is regarding this entire idea of really promoting our own artists, and that's really what we are trying to do. Apart from this, again another important part of a strategy which we always, I personally believe, is you can never look at an activity or a strategy in just one kind of a silo. You need to be able to connect 2-3 strategies because you're investing money in everything. How does one strategy work with other strategy to kind of improve the overall situation? I think it's important for a government to be able to do that. Now, when we do Cherry Blossom, so our artists perform, well, that's great. So what happens after that? So we need to work and plan it out in such a manner that we're able to create that platform throughout. So I'll just give you an example of what I'm trying to say. So we have a program called Meghalaya Grassroots Music Program. For the first time, the Meghalayan, the artists of Meghalaya. So, like for example, I would really wish that this program was there when I was young, because what happens is that anybody who can sing and play the guitar or play any music instrument, we are giving an opportunity to perform in front of the tourist, and we pay for it. Government pays for it. So you actually start earning from the talent that you have. You're enjoying. You are entertaining the guest. But I think the most important thing which you're doing is you are using your talent in a positive manner. We're taking away the youth's negative, the so many distractions in today's world. Unless until you don't provide that opportunity for the youth to do the things they want to do, then I think they will go into the wrong line, which is still happening in my state. It's a big challenge, and that's why this is a multi-pronged program which is taking care of many youths. So when we do this grassroots music program, through this we then are able to link our people to then perform in different locations, including Cherry Blossom. Now the next step of that would definitely be for us to be able to then commercially figure out how our talented youth could be then part of a larger music sector and industry at the regional level and at the national level and the global level. Now that's not going to be easy. It will take a bit of time. Localized accommodation for localized and customized experience of tourism is also being promoted. So accommodation, which was a big issue for our state, where we had less than 300 rooms at one point, which were like 3 category, and 0 in 5 star. Today we are at least having 300 plus rooms in 5 star and much more in 3 star and other categories. So that's for accommodation. Third, we have focused and we've realized that the locations where customers and tourists want to go, we need to build up the infrastructure and activities in and around those areas. So for example, a person going to Cherrapunji can spend maybe 1 day looking at the waterfalls. So you cannot have 2 days looking at the waterfall, and definitely not 3 days. So what does a person do when he or she goes to Cherrapunji? So therefore the activity has to be based on the different programs that they will want to do. And hence we have gone for a large scale program. For example, today Meghalaya will be investing maybe close to about 2,000 to 2,500 crores through externally aided projects, through different kind of projects being funded by Government of India for infrastructure and activity based tourism in and around the important locations where tourists are expected to go. So that's a very crucial part of our strategy. Then we have gone to strategy where we have ensured that we are able to involve different kind of cultural experiences which are unique for our tourists coming in. So the youth are being really pushed. Now, for example, whether it is making small documentaries or movies which are being done by our youth, or whether it's music events like the Meghalaya grassroots music event where the youth are performing everywhere. So these are ways in which we are ensuring that the community benefits out of the tourism activities that is taking place, because ultimately we expect to create 1 lakh jobs out of tourism, and that can only happen if we have this kind of multi-pronged approaches and different programs. Tourism aspect of the culture, and we focus so much on the culture that we really miss out the experience that the tourist wants. So that's where I want to focus, and the strategy, which I again keep telling people that my basic strategy for governance in the last 6 years has been what Shiv Khera says, and I believe very strongly, is that we don't do different things, but we do them differently. And I'm doing it in everything. So we're doing the same thing, it's the same festival, but it's done differently. You see, we're doing the same program for Jal Jeevan, but we're doing it differently. We're doing the same program for PMAY, PMGSY, all you name the different programs, MG and RHS, but we're doing it differently and we're making it better. So we just want to ensure that we can start doing a lot of new things, but let's start at least improving what we already are doing and make that experience better. So I think art and culture is no different. There's a lot of things that are happening. Let's just try to make it better, and these 4-5 steps that I told you will help us to make it better. So definitely, I mean, I've always been into music, and I always, music is something like for all of you. It's kind of a getaway, and it's a way to relax. And when it comes to playing music and performing live, it's something I always love to do whenever we are, in fact, with my cabinet colleagues or with our, with our team officials and all. And after, we have finished some important programs and meetings. Once in a while, we have dinner together and we have music, and then we do perform and we sing out there live, and we do enjoy that. So it's something that is part of our culture, and I enjoy it personally. And does it help me? I said, yes, it does help me, because sometimes maybe some of the MLAs or ministers are unhappy. Then we play the music and they forget what they were unhappy about. So we use it as a political tool also. Sometimes.
Wish we had that opportunity right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can plan that definitely. So that's also there. So yes, very much. And I even play even as of today. And whenever I get a chance, even with the band, whenever we have dinner, I get on stage, provided the cameras are off. I get on stage and I play the guitar in front of all our colleagues and officials and the guests who are there. Do that because I think that would be more productive and I guess more result oriented in the long run. So for the tourism that is there, yes, the first part strategy is good, and we will be doing it, but we will also be not spending 100% of our money only on that. We'd like to spend at least 50% of our money, which we already have a policy this year itself. We started it on our local, and that's the reason why we're coming out with the movie theater scheme. So it's all linked up. So what happens is our people, why they're not making movies? Because they don't have anywhere to play. So when every district headquarter has got 2-3 movie theaters, and we subsidize it by taxing, saying that there'll be no entertainment tax or any kind of SGST or whatever it is on the ticket sales that are taking place for local movies. That's how we promote them, and we give the money that comes in goes in there. So promoting a movie industry, as I said, has 2 approaches. One is the local, and one is bringing in people from outside to promote tourism. We'd like to do both and stress on local movie making a lot. Switch and that balance and changing that is not easy, but we are doing that, and we are taking some firm measures, like for example the minings that take place on the roadside. So we realize that, and on the streams that are taking place. Please remember that Meghalaya is very challenged in the sense that we have a huge problem with issues like land ownership. You see, in Meghalaya, land is not owned by the government. In Meghalaya, land is owned by the community and the people. And hence, for us to be able to do anything in regards to allowing any kind of government activity to be done, we have to get the support of the community. So keeping all of these factors in mind, we still move ahead and we try to work on this strategy of protecting these eco-sensitive zones and it's a very, very difficult process, but I guess we need political will, and we need the support of the community, and we need to really create the alternative solution for the people. Events like these, the Cherry Blossom is a platform, but people are here more for the music, and people are here more for the festival, and we not necessarily get the full advantage of the cultural aspect into it. And the reason why that happens is because actually there is not enough content, there is not enough documentation on many aspects that are related to our culture. We know it, we know what it is. If you ask me, I'll be able to answer, they'll be able to answer. But then you need to, today, in today's world, content creation, doing it in the correct manner and presenting it in the correct manner is more important than actually having the content. So we are working on a very aggressive program to ensure that we are able to create this content on our different cultures and different information, history, everything. So that's number one. That's very crucial, and without that homework being done, I don't think it's possible for us to move forward in any way. So that's one aspect that we're looking at. Second aspect, obviously, that we're trying to do is we're trying to ensure that we have different programs. Now, for example, every program of ours, I don't know if you've been here for the Nongkrem dance. So Nongkrem dance is one of the more bigger festivals of the Khasi community, which is the largest community, the tribal society here we have among the different tribes. Now, you will not believe, but they have a tradition of 200 years tradition where they have some kind of sacrificing ritual that is held. You don't have to go through a wine shop to sell these wines. So we're making it very accessible, and now we are focusing on quality and on packaging, and that requires our people to be trained, and hence the incubation centers come out. I think this is the first one in the Northeast, and we're really pushing it because we strongly feel that what our team members keep saying, that we have been fed with the mindset that only grapes can be made into wine, whereas there's so many fruits that can be made into wine. So why should we be stuck with the European mindset कि भाई खाली grape से बनाना है wine? इतने सारे फल है, फूल है, so इनसे भी हम लोग wine बना सकते हैं. तो फिर so we get into that mode, and we have realized that we need to push it. So therefore, we feel that in the long run, this is going to be a massive job creation sector, and a great area for entrepreneurs, and a great way to push our tourism sector also. So that's there. Then apart from that, obviously, we are focusing a lot on the food aspect out here. We obviously ensure that we are able to promote it as and when we can, and whether it is different restaurants that are coming up or individuals who are seeking to be trained, government is supporting from our side in all those aspects also. In 2018, there were about 1,000 farmers who were involved in it. There was no processing unit out here, and there was no marketing being done. Middlemen and other farmers buyers used to come and take, or the farmers used to go and sell wherever they could. So that was what it was. We started what we called the Lakadong mission. So it was a mission mode program. Desired to take our production up to 50,000 metric tons, and today our production is almost touching 20,000 metric tons, and which has started off with less than 4,000-5,000 metric tons was there before. So we have been able to almost 4-5 times increase the production. Almost close to 15,000 farmers today are involved in it, from 1,000 to 15,000. We have 15 processing units now of Lakadong, all powered by solar energy. Again, just to give example of sustainability, all solar powered processing plants, all run by women self-help groups. And you'll be happy to know that maybe we are one of the few states which has created over close to 45,000 self-help groups today we have. To give you an idea about what it means, we started off with 4,000 groups in the last 5 years before we took over. There were 44,500 groups. Today, in a matter of 6 years, I have increased that number from 4,500 to 45,000 groups of self-help groups today. The studios are at that level where it really has to be done very, very technically, done in a proper manner. So we hope that we'll be able to promote all these aspects, and CM Elevate is going to be one of the more aggressive programs that we have, and many more are there. I'm not able to remember right now. So.